Thank you, Yesterworld, for inspiring this video and channel in a whole. If I had never watched your videos on broken and abandoned Disney park effects 7 and 8 years ago, I would have never even thought about sharing my interest in theme parks with y'all. Now, on to the show. Today's my birthday! Yep, today I am 25 years old. You know what else is today? Great America's opening day! A lot has changed in the 49 years it has been open. A lot has come and gone, but have you ever noticed that one year a ride or queue has tons of effects and then the next year doesn't? And you're left wondering if your memory is wrong. Well, dear viewer, you aren't going crazy. Great America does turn off and abandon effects, leaving them to rot year after year after year, and today we're going to talk about a few of them. In 1980, turn of the century was made into the Demon. A bunch of new tracks and effects were added to this quote-unquote new ride. We got 2 new loops, Black Track and a blood waterfall? That's right, originally when you came out of the tunnel and into that second loop, you'd pass a waterfall that was dyed red to make it seem like it was blood. Why a blood waterfall, you ask? Was it simple theming? Well, yes and no. Yes, it fits the theme, but it's also part of the ride's lore. Listen to the queue loop.
This is a special bulletin. The Demon has been sighted wound around a steel girder supporting the third curve of the ride named after him. Apparently, he has attacked a carload of riders. We have no casualty report as yet. I repeat, the Demon has definitely been sighted. Just seconds ago. All right, thank you. We now have a report here of survivors. No, I'm afraid there were no survivors, only victims. All that was found on the track were a few shreds of clothing, a couple wads of cotton candy, and a baseball cap with the insignia of the Golden Girls.
So, in the Demon's lore, the Demon attached itself to a ride car, then to the ride itself, killing passengers. Killing people would result in a lot of blood, hence the blood waterfall. Sadly, this awesome effect was turned off sometime between 2010 and 2012. The rumor was that the Demon as a whole was going to be demolished for a new coaster, the Hypersonic XLC, but plans changed at the last minute, with the Hypersonic XLC going to King's Dominion instead. While there were no official reasons as to why they turned off the waterfall, there are a few theories that hold water. The first one was that the cost of running the waterfall was too expensive even for Six Flags, so they shut it off. But I find that hard to believe since they had the money for the Little Dipper in 2010, the old Wiggles World Play Area in 2011, and X-Flight in 2012. The second theory seems to be more plausible. It was turned off due to its slowly eroding and rusting the tracks over the years. That does line up with the minor track repairs that happened during the off-season in 2011 and 2012. Today, the hole the waterfall poured out of still remains, as seen in this video taken last year. It's hard to see if you're not looking for it, but if you look above the tunnel's exit, you'll see a rectangle-sized hole. That is where the waterfall poured out of. If that's still there, it's safe to bet that the inner workings of the waterfall are still inside the rock, rotting away. Now let's head over to X-Flight. When you walk over to it, you may notice this thing right here. As seen in this commercial from 2012, this ride had 2 water effects. The first one happened when you went under this feature here. When you went under it, it would spray water at you as seen in this video from 2013, a year after X-Flight was opened. The other feature is very clearly abandoned. When you're riding X-Flight and you dive and nearly avoid the water, do try and look in the water. You may see something small and brown. No, it's not what you're thinking. It's water jets. Now I can't find any video of this effect working, but I was able to find this video from 2014 showing the water drained, where you can get a clear view of the water jets, as well as this article confirming X-Flight had water features. As these videos show, the jets sadly have been turned off, like the Demon's waterfall. there was no official reason as to why the water features were turned off. So next time you're riding X-Flight, look out for these abandoned water jets. The American Eagle, or if you're little me, the Eagle, was opened on May 23, 1981. It was considered the longest roller coaster in the world at that time. But it was only the longest roller coaster in the world if you consider the length to be both sides added. It also opened with two sides dueling or racing each other. Sadly, the racing was ended in 2016. Again, as it seems to be a pattern, there was no official reason as to why the racing element of the Eagle suddenly stopped. But the story goes that structural issues were the reason that the racing element was abandoned. Today, both sides of the coaster still operate, just intermittently. Let's head to the back of the park for our honorable mention. Now, I can find no proof or pictures, but when I was researching for this video, I came across a thread talking about abandoned effects at Six Flags Great America, and multiple people remember this effect, so I'm going to mention it. When this ride opened in 1995, guests could be startled by an animatronic in a queue. An animatronic in Six Flags Great America in 1995? I hear you ask. Well, keeping with the Viper's theme, this animatronic was a snake that seemed to jump at guests. According to the thread, this effect was abandoned after numerous complaints from guests. Today, the simple animatronic has been stripped of its skin, and all that's left is a random piston in the queue. So if you are at the park today, keep an eye out in the Viper's queue and comment down below if you see an out-of-place looking piston. And last but not least, my personal favorite abandoned effect, the Dark Knight's pre-show. Now supposedly the electronics department fixed it and turned it on this year. So tell me in the comments below if they finally brought back this pre-show, but as of this recording, the pre-show is abandoned. Now, when the Dark Knight opened in 2008, it also opened with a pre-show to help with crowd control. Now, the pre-show consisted of a Gotham City News, or GCN, broadcast of a Harvey Dent press conference that gets hijacked by the Joker. After that, the doors opened and you were let into another room, while more people entered the pre-show. Now, sometime around 2012, this pre-show was closed. When I say closed, I mean people weren't kept in the room while the video played. Then, a few years later, the video stopped playing altogether, replaced by projections of the Joker's iconic phrases plastered on the screen instead. But if you look behind you and up towards the ceiling in this room, you can spot the projector for the video sitting there, rotting and collecting dust. Now, I do have to say, I get Six Flags not closing people in the pre-show anymore. It's still a popular ride, just not as popular as when it was first opened, so no need to slow the lines down. But why not just let the video loop as people walk through the room? Now, I will say people have said it's a technical issue, and that could be plausible. I mean, that video was running pretty much non-stop for 5+ years. There's bound to be technical issues within those years. But why not fix the video? Why let the projector rot for almost 10 years now? Again, there were rumors that due to the merger between Cedar Fair and Six Flags that the pre-show would be fixed, but we'll just have to wait and see. Well, dear viewers, we are at the end of the video. Comment down below which of these effects you missed the most, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you know any other coaster dorks you would think like this video, send this to them. And I shall see y'all in the next video. Bye bye.